There are going to be, and there's going to be, empty chairs at the table tomorrow for the family of Alirio Zambrano. The Corpus Christi resident is one of the so-called CITGO 6, and Sunday marked the 4-year anniversary of their arrest in Venezuela. Our Greg Chandler spoke to Zambrano's family earlier today. And Greg, Zambrano and the other men have been tried and they've been convicted. Is there any hope for their families now?
There is, Katya, because honestly, that's all the families have at this point. Alirio Zambrano and the rest of the CITGO 6 will spend another Thanksgiving in a Venezuelan prison. Those 6 men were first arrested November 21st, 2017 on embezzlement charges. Friday will mark a year since they were sentenced. Zambrano received a sentence of 8 years, 10 months, while some were sentenced to as long as 13 years in prison. In April, the CITGO 6 were released to house arrest and were able to contact their families again. Alirio Zambrano's oldest daughter, Alexandra Zambrano Forsyth, says being able to see her father was a huge relief.
It was actually kind of a healing time where we could, FaceTime or whatever, when he had access to a phone, and he actually got to see his grandchildren, my sister's daughters, and actually see them and they see him.
But last month, the CITGO 6 were suddenly sent back to prison. It's believed that was in retaliation for the extradition to the U.S. of a Colombian financier with close ties to Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. Zambrano's family had hoped to at least be able to see him for the holidays. Now this holiday season will be like the last 4, with someone missing from the celebrations.
There's just some part of you that is always grieving when you're in a situation like this. And whenever these holidays come up that you're specifically, supposed to be hanging out with family, you're supposed to be creating memories, and you just realize that your dad is languishing in this hole in the ground, and there's no reason that he should be there.
Now, Forsyth says they continue to hope that all 6 men are eventually released. She says she and her family want people to look at the human aspect of this story instead of the politics associated with it. In the studio, Greg Chandler, Chris 6 News.
All right, Greg, and listen, the U.S. negotiating team that was formed under the Trump administration continues its efforts to get the men released. The Biden administration decided to leave that same team in place.